Hi Sanya, welcome to the Better Citizens. It's a series where we call founders, CEOs, various people who are working for social sector. Dear viewers, this is Dr. Sanya Siddiqui. She is the founder of Hamjoli Foundation from Pune, and we're here to talk about her journey with the organization and otherwise. So, welcome Sanya again, and let's, without any further delay, introduce you to the viewers. If you can talk to us a little bit about your family background, education, and things like that. Over to you.
Thank you, Shraddha. First of all, I would like to thank you, the platform, for giving this opportunity to make my voice and my work to a larger audience. So, as you have already introduced me, I'm Dr. Sanya Siddiqui, and I'm the founder of Hamjoli Foundation, which is a social initiative for creating awareness on menstrual health and hygiene.
Right.
Now, if I go back and start with my background and from where I come. So I was born in Delhi, and as I say, well brought up in Lucknow.
Yeah.
My parents were in transferable jobs, so we kept on changing cities and country as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a very middle class, humble, moderate upbringing.
Yeah.
Since both my parents are academicians, so it was a very padhai kind of atmosphere at ghar. So then after completing my basic studies till 12th grade, then I moved to Delhi to pursue my medicine. After completing my graduation, I started working with, of course, started with the clinical practice and everything. Then I moved to corporate healthcare.
Mm-hmm.
But in 2008, we moved to Pune because of my husband's job change. And then my daughter was born she was a year or so. Yeah, so she was pretty young. I didn't want to take up another full-time obligation because, of course, there was no support at home. But what I did, I continued working as like home-based projects. So there were a lot of healthcare, medical projects that were available online.
Right.
So I started doing that. And it kept me busy, of course, the new mother's life and settling up in a new city and everything.
Yeah.
So it was fun. I was enjoying that period. Once my daughter started her full-time school, she went to grade 1, then I again took up another full-time engagement with the preventive healthcare company here in Pune.
Okay.
And with them, I worked for quite a few years. Again, it was a very regular 9-to-5 kind of a job. And it was a very regular lifestyle that we were having. Then, and all this while, of course, there was something that had always been there with me, that I think I get bored very easily. So monotony kind of kills me.
Right.
So I'm like कि अभी बहुत regular हो गया है, वही same routine है. And of course, all along I always wanted to do something as a social enterprise, I would say. I wanted to, coming from the clinical background, of course, we have been in touch with and we have worked on the ground level as well. So that thing was there. And that always kept along कि कुछ करना है, लेकिन पता नहीं था तब तक कि क्या कर सकते हैं, क्या करना चाहिए.
Right.
And then also I started at that moment, blogging was something like very in. Everyone was starting a blog and people, I don't know, and the social media was also there, so Facebook and everything was there. So people always said, you write very well.
Correct.
Why don't you start a blog or something? So that interested me, and I started a lifestyle and healthcare blog. That fared very well. That kept me engaged as well. But again, it was like, after a certain point, thankfully my blog, which is like All Things Good, Good as in GUD, it was one of the, leading parenting and health blog at that point. A lot of commercial associations were happening and everything. And with that, I realized a full-time regular job is a little difficult, and I was honestly not enjoying that.
Yeah.
And then I had quit my full-time job and completely started with my, again, coming back to the work from home projects on the healthcare thing and the blogging thing. And all along while this was happening, I have been also working with a couple of NGOs in the menstrual, this platform only, who are working in this section.
Okay.
And then one day, and I will not say one day. What has been happening? The NGO that I was working with, they were like big NGOs. I don't want to take the name, but they're big NGOs, and they have a different set of their working. What my intention always had been to go out and work on the ground, the grassroots level. जो हमें लगता है कि social work होता है.
Correct.
Most of the NGOs के साथ में क्या हो रहा था? They had their different set of, their different practices. They were organizing huge day, seminars and those kind of things. And it was just like people sitting and talking, and nothing was happening on the ground level as such.
Correct.
So then I realized, okay, I don't think so. It's a big deal. If I feel like if I have that passion, compassion to go out and work, I can do it even alone. I don't need to have a backing, professional backing with myself. And that's how I started. Okay, let me start my own journey. Right. And that's how this Hamjoli thing began. Yeah. But now I'm in Pune for almost like 12 years.
Okay.
And it's my home now.
Yeah.
And I love the place, and I'm not going back to Delhi anymore.
Right. Amazing. I mean, I am amazed to listen to all these activities that you have been doing in the span of very few years, I would say. So I believe that you are a multitasker, and whatever you do, you excel in that. So great. Going ahead, मुझे आपसे ये भी पूछना है कि आपका रोल मॉडल कौन है? If is there any particular person in your family or otherwise who motivate you to do all these things?
Shraddha, you will say what a cliche answer, but I, like many others and everyone else, I would also say my role model is my mother.
Okay.
I always seen how you are telling me that I seem like a multitasker.
Yeah.
I always seen her. She retired as a principal.
Okay.
Apart from that, she has been an author. She has her own social society, literary culture, and she was good in craft. She was good in managing, organizing things and everything. So I have seen her doing everything.
Correct.
It wasn't she's a working woman. She has to go and do her stuff and come back and look at the family. Everything was going simultaneously. And maybe that's how I have evolved as. I mean, I've seen her doing all that, and that's how that all came naturally to me. So I would definitely say she's my role model. But of course, apart from her, during the course of life, so many inspiring women, I would say, not the people as such, I have come across, that everyone has something to tell you and to give it to you. Ki, I've never thought about this. Let me think in this direction. For example, just a year back, I met Mr. Anshu Gupta of Poonji.
Right.
I attended one of his sessions. And I came back completely charged.
Motivated, yeah.
Oh my God, this man has done wonderfully.
Absolutely.
Why can't I do it? But I come back with so many ideas to incorporate in the kind of work that I do.
Right.
So the course of life, you come across so many inspiring people. Everyone that you meet tells you and gives you something.
Correct.
So I think there's to learn from everyone.
Correct. It's up to us how we pick up those positive things and learn from every person that we meet. That's an amazing thought, and I think we can learn to do that in our daily life. So thank you for that tip indirectly that you've given us. So coming to Hamjoli Foundation, आपने कैसे start किया? When did you start it? And what are the key activities that you've been doing in this foundation?
Right. So Hamjoli I started in towards the end of 2018.
Acha.
Right. And as I said, how I started, I'll tell you. I thought, okay, I have enough clinical knowledge, experience and expertise in understanding the process of menstruation. And I think, and I'm sure about it, I'm pretty good at, delivering it to people, especially the, children and the younger generation.
Correct.
So when I used to talk to girls, my daughter is like 14. So coming from her, like I have been interacting with all age group of
friends.
So I have realized they really like the way I tell them things or tell stories. So that's what I thought. Okay, if I have to work in this area, my core idea was to impart at least awareness and knowledge to young girls, and of course everyone else, women as such, but starting with young girls.
Right.
So what I started doing, I started taking sessions in various schools for girls initially, where of course The concept was to deliver appropriate knowledge about periods, menstruation, why they happen, how they happen, what they need to do, what are the myths and everything else. And since the beginning, I realized it should not be in a very clinical or a classroom way.
Right.
I have to make it interesting. I have to make it understandable, and I have to break the ice between them and me. They should not feel like कि एक और मैडम क्लास में आ गई है और साइंस का कोई लेक्चर ले रही है और पढ़ा रही है. I never wanted. So I created my own module, which included ice-breaking activities, storytelling, just asking funny questions, maybe doing a quick session, something. I used to keep on including something interesting to break the ice and everything. And after a couple of initial sessions, I realized the girls loved it. The feedback teachers had given me, completely, they were pretty comfortable. They were listening, they were asking questions and everything. So that's how I started taking the training session, wala part of our session. Going forward, I developed almost 8 modules which cater to young girls, like premenstrual girls, elder girls, boys, women, corporate, I would say urban women, rural women, housekeeping staff, men, boys. So I have 8 different set of modules to cater to different audiences.
Right. Okay.
So that's how that's how we started. After that, I started taking volunteer sessions. As in the beginning only, I understood it is not going to be a one-man show. It cannot be any successful enterprise cannot work like that. So I have to include more people who are interested in this cause. And to do so, and again, I also understood that this subject and this topic is not something very usual. It is not like any other educational thing. It makes people, I would say girls, women, feel very awkward.
Right. It's a sensitive topic.
It's a very sensitive topic. So even mothers are not comfortable talking to it with their girls. Right. So it has to be taught in a very different and modulated way. So any volunteer that comes to me and says, I want to be a part of your session, or I want to go out and take a session like that, has to be told precisely how he has to take a session. So for that, we conducted volunteer training sessions. And that's how a lot of hundreds and hundreds of volunteers joined with us. Now they are on the ground, they are taking their own sessions. So that's how gradually it started. We started doing various different things. So if we talk about under Hamjoli, what we do, of course, we spread awareness about menstrual health and hygiene by providing sessions. So sessions are in schools, colleges, basti, jhuggi areas, slum areas, society, residential societies, corporates. We go to a lot of corporates and everywhere else. Then we do volunteer training. Then once we were doing all these things, then we also thought, of course, we need to diversify. When we are talking about, when our cause is related to women, women empowerment is a very integral part of this whole thing. So we understood that we need to, it will be great if we are able to provide some sort of employment to women, underprivileged women. So we started this livelihood program. Where a set of women, we taught them how to make. I'm sure you are aware about the Red Dot campaign.
Yes.
Where it's much. It's prevalent in Maharashtra, especially. So what happens when you throw a used sanitary pad, and if that pad is kept in a bag which has a red dot in it? So
people
the
sanitation
worker, the sanitation worker who's segregating the waste, he understands that this has a non-biodegradable sanitary pad or a diaper, which is made of the same fiber. So they segregate it separately. That's the importance of Red Dot. So what these women are doing, they are making paper bags for disposal of used sanitary pads with a Red Dot on it. So this is how we're trying. They are making it. We are providing it to various setups. So that's how we are providing livelihood. They are also making other stitching work, like they are making pouches. So these pouches we use to
carry the pads.
Period kits.
Okay.
For young girls, what we have done, we have created a period kit. It's an emergency kit. So every girl should keep it in the school bag. Or if at all she's going out somewhere, because you never know, sometimes they come unannounced. So the period kit is a small pouch kind of a thing which has a sanitary pad and then a garment, tissue paper, wet wipes, things like that, so that she's she has enough to use it. So they are making those. And the fourth part is, of course, the mass pad distribution drives that we do. So we have a Sponsor a Girl project where we urge people to come and sponsor a girl for at least 6 months to 1 year of complete menstrual supplies.
Wow, nice.
So these are few initiatives that we have started, and of course working on many others.
Yeah, it's amazing to just know about so many activities happening in a particularly niche area. And so just wanted to know, is it only in Pune and areas in and around Pune, or you're also taking it elsewhere?
Yeah, so of course we are headquartered in Pune. Our registered office is in Pune only, and we have volunteers across Pune. But then we have gone out and taken sessions in Uttarakhand, a very interior village of Uttarakhand. We were invited by the Pradhan himself, and we stayed there for 2 to 3 days. We conducted a medical camp and a lot of educational sessions and everything. In Delhi, we have done sessions in Lucknow. And now our volunteers who are based in these cities, they are also taking sessions individually. I mean, because of this lockdown, the situation, that is not happening currently. Otherwise, we have volunteers who are interested. We teach them, we send them enough material to take a session, and then they take it on their own.
Right. Awesome. So during this entire journey, has there been any incidents or situation or any success story that has stayed with you? Or we usually during these kind of journeys we have so many incidences every day, but there would be some particular incidences that you still recall and feel happy about, or feel a little different about it. So anything that you would like to share on that ground?
Yeah, Shraddha, there are 2 striking stories. I often share them in my interactions, and I mean, it has set me thinking. Initially, one of the stories that I came across was another social initiative. So they went to a rural area and they were distributing pads. Home to home, they were distributing a bunch of pads and everything. So one household that they went, so there was a woman standing, and they gave her like maybe 5-6 packets of pads. But the woman said कि आपको मालूम है कि मेरे घर में मेरे अलावा 3 लड़कियां हैं, एक मैं, हम चारों को महीना आता है, और हमारे पास केवल 2 अंडरगारमेंट है। जिसको महीना आता है वो बदल के उसका पहनना पड़ता है। तो आप ये जो इतना सारा सामान दे रहे हो, हमारे पास तो इसको यूज करने का भी साधन नहीं है। तो मतलब जस्ट इमेजिन the state of unaffordability, I would say, कि सैनिटरी पैड तो वो बाद में यूज करेंगे, पहले उनके पास बेसिक अंडरगारमेंट कपड़ा तो होना चाहिए, अंडरगारमेंट तो होना चाहिए, and how unhealthy and unhygienic it is to exchange that kind of garment.
Correct.
It even amongst like sisters and mother and daughter. So that's how we have started using. We have in our period kit that we get, in our sponsor kit, we also include 2 new undergarments, because we understand we are giving them enough supplies for a whole month. Possibly they don't have enough undergarments, at least the new ones, the clean ones. So that was one way. And another one, I came to know about it. So there was this lady, again rural setup, and she died. Right. So of course, and she died because the doctor said septicemia, यानी infection in blood. Fine. और शायद gradually पता चला कि वो how it happened. So when she started her period, आपको पता है कि बहुत सारे लोग कपड़ा use करते हैं. It was a rural setup, नहीं होगा, pad उस time available नहीं जा सकते होंगे, ले सकते होंगे. So what she did, she pulled out old cloth from her cupboard, and that cloth was a blouse, sari ka blouse. Maybe cut it or she just wrapped it and she used it. And what must have happened, that blouse had hooks in it.
Oh God.
Metal hooks. And they must be probably rusted. The woman interacted, infection from the rusted tigay because of the proximity of the vaginal canal and the cloth and the menstrual blood and everything. that it reached and she contracted an infection which by the time she was taken to the hospital. And क्या होता है, इनको पता नहीं चलता है क्यों हुआ.
Correct.
Possibly जब infection होगा they will just develop high fever.
हाँ.
Right. उनको कभी भी आइडिया नहीं होगा कि शायद ये गंदा कपड़ा यूज किया था, उसकी वजह से हमें ये बीमारी हो रही है या जो भी हुआ. So when she reached there, she जो भी उसका पूरा टेस्ट हुए, प्रोसेस हुआ, तो पता चला सेप्टिसीमिया था. सेप्टिसीमिया के रीजन पता किए गए, तो क्योंकि she went with that cloth maybe, तो it came out as possible. So it was so, I mean, heart-wrenching to know the level of unawareness, and that is because people are not being educated about this topic कि hygiene कैसे maintain करना है. कपड़ा use करना is not a problem, but साफ कपड़ा use करना है.
Right.
अगर आप धो रहे हो तो कम से कम 5 घंटे वो कपड़ा हार्श सनलाइट में सुखाते. कपड़े कैसे सुखाते हैं ये लोग? कमरे के अंदर बंद करके गद्दे के नीचे रख के ऐसे कपड़े सुखाते हैं. तो ऑफ कोर्स दे आर फुल ऑफ जर्म्स. करेक्ट. सो ये जो एजुकेशन है, ये हमें लगता है जब हम रूरल एरियाज में जाते हैं तो उनको मोर देन फिजियोलॉजी we tell them about maintaining hygiene कि भाई आपको 6 से 7 घंटे के बाद में बदलना ही बदलना है. You cannot use the same pad for 12 hours or 15 hours because there's hardly any blood in it. क्या होता है ना, लालच आ जाता है, अभी तो ठीक है इतना ज्यादा ये नहीं भरा नहीं है. So they keep on using it for hours. So all these things nobody tells them. Correct. Our main aim is to go out and tell people, teach women about do's and don'ts, and also that's the myths part, the taboos and myths that are associated with periods in our country. So we need to very strongly address to that.
Correct. That's amazing, and Sania, this is really good that you are at least starting that conversation with people staying in such communities, or even the rural areas that you're talking about, because even if they are aware, there is so much shyness about it, to talk about it. Even if it's about their personal hygiene, they don't want to take a decision, take a step for themselves. So that's really good to hear that you are at least striking that conversation with them, and then comes the action, of course, after whatever you've told them to do. So Sania, I believe that the journey must not have been easy for you, of course, because working in the development sector, and specifically about a sensitive topic like this, there must have been definitely a lot of challenges. So would you like to highlight some of them? So it could be related to funding, it could be related to setting up the organization, anything.
The biggest challenge first, I would say, coming not touching the organizational part, the biggest challenge is woman herself.
Right.
And this woman, what we are, the age group that I'm referring to is, of course, post-menopausal, 50 and above. They have been there, done that. They have the very strict, stringent notions for their daughter-in-laws and doctors as well. So when we go in a session where it's a mixed crowd, so younger generation is also there, and their mothers and mother-in-laws are also there. And when we talk about myths and taboos, and in each session, at least 1 to 2 women are there who are vocal about not agreeing to what we are saying. Right. It's not about कि मन में उनको ठीक है क्या बोल रही है, लेकिन they come out and say नहीं जी, अचार आपको मालूम नहीं है, खराब हो ही जाता है. छाया पड़ गई तो वो तुलसी को पानी दिया, आपको नहीं मालूम है, नहीं वो पौधा हमारा खराब हो जाता है, ये बच्चों को कुछ नहीं पता है, ये साइंस है. मतलब तो मुझे लगता है कि अगर एटलीस्ट आपके लेवल तक है, आपने वो कर लिया, आप उसको आगे मत बढ़ाओ, उसको डिस्करेज मत करो, क्योंकि यंगर जनरेशन इज अंडरस्टैंडिंग साइंटिफिकली व्हेन वी आर टेलिंग कि जो भी प्रोसेसेस है. लेकिन अगर आप वोकली वहां पे खड़े होके उनको मना करोगे कि नहीं ये बात, ये जो बोल रही है ठीक नहीं है ये, सो इट क्रिएट्स सच अ, अगेन इट टेक्स यू बैक करेक्ट टू दैट फ्रॉम वेयर यू स्टार्टेड. तो हमें उनके साथ सबसे ज्यादा स्ट्रगल करना पड़ता है. उनको कन्विंस तो पता नहीं होती है कि नहीं, लेकिन एटलीस्ट उनको हर चीज पॉइंट टू पॉइंट साइंटिफिकली चाहे बता के, रिलीजियस बात आते ही इट्स शट डाउन. करेक्ट. द मोमेंट रिलीजियस पार्ट इज देयर, एंड व्हाट वी एज अ स्टैंड व्हाट वी डू, वी से कि ठीक है, अगर भी आप बोलते हो कि पूजा नहीं करनी है या मंदिर के पास नहीं जाना है या तुलसी को हाथ में, कंप्लीटली अंडरस्टैंडेबल. अगर किसी दिन 5 दिन थूके पूजा नहीं की तो भी चलेगा, मन में कर सकता है। तुलसी को मत दो 5 दिन पानी, हम बच्चों को भी यही समझाते हैं कि डोंट गो बैक टू योर होम एंड स्टार्ट फाइटिंग, यू हैव टू रिस्पेक्ट अदर्स सेंटिमेंट्स, सो इट्स फाइन। लेकिन जो इलॉजिकल बातें हैं, जहाँ पे आपको बोला जा रहा है कि आप ये हमारे 4-5 लोग बैठ के खाना खा रहे हैं, यहाँ नहीं बैठ सकते, कोने में जाके आप बैठ के खाना खाओ, नॉर्मल बेड पे आप सोते हो वहां नहीं सोगे, नीचे बैठ के सो, घर के बाहर बैठो, ये एक डिग्निटी को हर्ट करने वाली बात है।
करेक्ट।
सो वहां यू हैव टू रियली स्टैंड अप एंड आई मीन यू हैव टू रेज योर वॉइस,
राइट।
तो ये ऑफ कोर्स एक बड़ा ये है, मिथ्स को टैकल करना एक बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज आता है। और दूसरी चीज जहां तक हाँ ऑफ कोर्स फंडिंग की बात है तो हम मतलब जैसे क्राउड फंडिंग से ही फ्रेंड्स कम फॉरवर्ड एंड एवरीथिंग एंड डोनेट, तो उससे जितना भी पॉसिबल हमारे एंड पे होता है वी आर एबल टू डू दैट, so that's how we are running so far.
Nice, amazing. So Sanya, there are a lot of new volunteers, youth, and so many people who want to contribute to a social cause. A lot of times they don't have time, so they donate. But there are a lot of people out there who have some amount of time that they want to donate, or some of them also want to make a career in this development sector, social sector, as we may call it. So what is it that you want to tell them, because you have been working in this for more than now 3 years, so what is it that you want to tell them so that they're prepared for it?
Right. So Shraddha, if anyone is interested in the cause, it could be menstrual awareness or any other social initiative that they want to take up,
right?
So absolutely trust me, you don't need to leave your job, you don't need to take it at full time if you don't wish to,
right?
You can start it from the very homes. आप जहाँ घर में हो वहां से ही each one teach one का जो एक हमारा स्लोगन है, आपको करना क्या है। अगर आप हमारे इनिशिएटिव से बात करोगे और आप हमें बोलते हो कि हमें आपके साथ जुड़ना है, हम आपके साथ कुछ काम करना है, आप क्या कर सकते हो। स्टार्टिंग लेवल क्या है, आपके घर में जो हाउस हेल्प आते हैं, आपके सोसाइटी में एक हाउसकीपिंग स्टाफ यूजुअली रहता है, आप किसी ऑफिस में काम करते हो वहाँ पे एक हाउसकीपिंग स्टाफ रहता है, आपको सिर्फ इतना करना है। अगर आप हमारे को कांटेक्ट करोगे, हम आपको एक मॉड्यूल भेजेंगे, उस मॉड्यूल में प्रिसाइजली लिखा होता है कि भाई अच्छा देखो, इसके लिए आपको कोई डॉक्टर होने की जरूरत नहीं है, आपको कोई साइंस स्टूडेंट होने की जरूरत नहीं है, आपको सिर्फ एक बेसिक नॉलेज जो ऑफ कोर्स बीइंग एन एजुकेटेड पर्सन आपको होती है वो चाहिए, और एक कंपैशन चाहिए टू डिलीवर इट। तो आप अगर हमें कांटेक्ट करोगे, हम आपको एक सेट ऑफ मॉड्यूल भेजेंगे जिसको पढ़ के आप अच्छी तरह से किस तरह बताना है और किस तरह समझाना है वो आपको समझ आ जाएगा। देन यू कैन स्टार्ट विद योर ओन होम एंड सोसाइटी। तो सबसे पहले जो आपकी हाउस हेल्प है, आप उसकी जिम्मेदारी ले सकते हो, और उसकी बेटी अगर है घर में, कोई भी और है उसके बारे में। तो यानी पहले तो अगर आप उसको बेसिक हाइजीन के तरीके ही बता दो, अगर कपड़ा यूज करती है, पैड यूज करती है, जो भी है, सो यू टेल हर कि क्या करना है, कैसे करना है। Then you can take care of at least their monthly need, sanitary needs. अगर आप उसको अपने सैलरी के साथ में वो है, उसकी बेटी है, 2 पैकेट्स आप उसको या 3 पैकेट्स आप उसको उसके दे सकते हो। तो क्या होगा, मैं आपको बताऊं कैसे फर्क पड़ता है इससे। जो ये क्लास की हम बात कर रहे हैं, they don't want to spend 100-150 rupees per month अगर 2 लोग हैं घर में on just buying sanitary napkins। अच्छा, कपड़ा आजकल हार्डली कोई आदमी उसमें बहुत कम लोग यूज करते हैं, तो करते तो वो सैनिटरी पैड्स यूज है, लेकिन वो क्या करते हैं, उसमें बचाने की कोशिश करते हैं। करेक्ट, they want to use one pad for a much longer duration। तो हमें ही नहीं कि क्यों अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते हैं, एक पैकेट नहीं खरीद सकते, लेकिन अगर आप उसको एडिशनल सपोर्ट करोगे तो वो बेटर हाइजीनिक वे में उसको यूज करेगा, और थोड़ा अच्छी तरह से जितना एक 6 to 7 आवर्स का पीरियड है उसको चेंज करने के लिए, वो उसको कर पाएगा। तो आप अपने घर से स्टार्ट करो, अपने हाउस हेल्प की जिम्मेदारी ले लो, उसकी बेटी की जिम्मेदारी ले लो। देन आप सेशन ले सकते हो, 4 लोगों को इकट्ठा करना है, औरतों को, और आप उनको उनके बारे में बता सकते हो। उससे आगे आपको और करना चाहते हो, आसपास स्कूल होते हैं, स्पेशली जो ये जिला परिषद गवर्नमेंट रन स्कूल्स होते हैं, कमर्शियल स्कूल्स में तो ठीक है, ये एज अ पार्ट ऑफ करिकुलम होता है, लेकिन जितने भी इस तरह के गवर्नमेंट स्कूल्स हैं वहाँ पे बहुत ज्यादा बार ये चैप्टर्स और ये वो स्किप करा दिया जाता है। टीचर्स डोंट टीच अबाउट इट, राइट, या इस तरह से नहीं बताया जाएगा जैसे आप उनको बताओगे। तो आप वहाँ जाके कर सकते हो। तो एक बार वंस यू स्टार्ट, तो देयर आर सो मेनी वेज यू कैन हेल्प, इररिस्पेक्टिव ऑफ व्हिच सिटी यू आर लिविंग। मतलब अगर आप पुणे में नहीं भी हो, आप कहीं पे भी हो, तभी भी आप ये सारी एक्टिविटीज हमारे साथ एक बार कनेक्ट होगे तो देयर आर सो मेनी वेज यू कैन बी अ पार्ट ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एंड स्प्रेड द वर्ड। करेक्ट।
That's really good. हम छोटे छोटे लेवल पे भी स्टार्ट करेंगे, तो then we can make a change that is bigger for at least some people. So that's a really good message, Sania. Okay. So Sania, ये जो आपकी पूरी जर्नी है, there must have been a lot of times when आपको ऐसा लगा होगा कि I'll just leave all this, मुझे नहीं करना है, या फिर then there are some situations, days where you don't feel like doing because of the struggles that you've mentioned and so on. So आपको motivated रहने में what exactly helps, and how do you manage that kind of stress or those situations where you feel low and not feeling like working in this particular domain?
On the contrary, Shraddha, मुझे अभी तक I've just started, but honestly अभी तक भी एक दिन में मुझे regret नहीं हुआ कि I left my full-time job and I'm working on this social platform. बल्कि जब से ये situation lockdown की start हुई, I'm very restless. So the kind of events, the kind of sessions we are doing, that is not happening. तो हम तो पूरी कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि ऑनलाइन में कितना कर पाए, राइट? तो मैं बिल्कुल भी कहीं से कभी भी मुझे किसी भी उसमें, जबकि ऑफ कोर्स बहुत होता है, ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं और आके आप थक जाते हो, और फिर बहुत बार मतलब लोग आपको ये बोलते हैं कि यार मतलब सोशल वर्क ऐसा लगता है ना कि तो क्या है, आपको क्या है इसमें, आपका क्या मिल रहा है, कमर्शियल एस्पेक्ट इसके अंदर ऐड होता है. But trust me, कभी ये फील नहीं हुआ है अभी तक, because I enjoy so much doing it. I so much enjoy talking to ladies, listening to their issues, resolving them, helping them. तो बिल्कुल नहीं, अभी तक कभी भी ऐसा नहीं फीलिंग हुई है कि छोड़ देती हूँ अभी वापस, let me get back to my usual work. बल्कि I'm just hoping कि situation कब better हो, हम कब वापस से, और इतने सारे नए चीजें स्टार्ट करने का प्लानिंग कर रखा है, बट वो भी रोल में नहीं आ रही है. So no, बिल्कुल भी ऐसा कभी नहीं लगा है.
Right. I think it's also because you have innate and inner, immense passion about this domain. So maybe because of that.
Like saying है ना, if you love something, you never have to work a day for that.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
तो अगर आपको कुछ you like doing something, you don't feel worked up.
Working. Correct. Amazing. So Sania, thank you so much for sharing your journey. Any last takeaways for the viewers, if you want to share anything with them?
Last takeaway as मैं बोलूँगी कि सबको, हर किसी को please do any sort of give it back to society in any which way you can. It could be simply just holding a person's hand and making him cross the road, senior citizen or somebody.
Yes.
So it doesn't require any skill, it doesn't require any financial कोई पीछे से backup चाहिए, कोई monetary help चाहिए. आपके अंदर से दिल में compassion होना चाहिए to help the society, give it back to the society in your own capacity.
Correct.
Of course, you are more than welcome to come and join Hamjoli. And irrespective if you are a man or a woman, ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ लेडीज ही आ सकती है, औरतें ही आती हैं. हमारे बहुत सारे मेन हैं, बहुत एक्टिवली काम कर रहे हैं, बहुत पैशनेट हैं इसके लिए. सो वी वेलकम ऑल, हर लेवल, हर एज ग्रुप, सबके लिए वी कैन डिजाइन कि आप ये कर सकते हो, आप ये कर सकते हो. एंड अगर आप इस फील्ड में नहीं, किसी भी फील्ड में करना चाहते हो, प्लीज गो आउट एंड डू इट.
That's awesome, Sania, and thank you so much. We will be sharing some photos and some details in the video towards the end. So I just wish that people start contributing to Hamjoli Sneha Foundation or any other social cause in whatever way they can. So thank you once again for taking out time and sharing your journey. It's an absolutely amazing journey, and of course challenging, but I think you've dealt with them very well, and we wish you all the best for your future.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.